You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Friday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
NCAA March Madness kicked off yesterday, and millions of people put in their brackets. Apparently, only 700,000 perfect brackets remain after day one.
Which is just so funny because there are 700,000 people who are probably losing it right now. Like, oh my God, I made it through the whole first round. Not a single one right. And yet their odds still astronomical.
0.1% of tournament brackets are still perfect right now. And that's 700,000 people.
The thing is like, it's just so crazy. You see it all the time. Like, there's a reason that betting companies invented parlays. Because if you just bet straight up on one game at a time, you have a chance at winning. You can do the math on that. But when you suddenly need 3, 5, 60 games to all go your way, the odds get crazy.
My bracket was done after the first game yesterday.
Game one.
The very first game of the entire tournament.
The whole thing. 64 teams, one game, done.
And if that's not a reason to never gamble, I don't know what is.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast. It's time for Brock and Dalby's Draft.
So Nickelback put out a new song, Bones for the Crows, and mixed reviews from listeners. But we were talking how Nickelback always just gets an unnecessary amount of hate. So we're doing a draft on things that are overhated, things that do get that unnecessary amount of hate.
Things that somewhere along the way, people decided it was cool to say it was uncool. And even if you don't have a good reason for it, it just gets railed on.
Nickelback is off the board, though, because that's what inspired it.
That's the draft inspiration. You did win rock, paper, scissors, so you got first pick.
With my number one pick, I'm going to go with Crocs.
Crocs. I can't agree with you there. As a generational Croc hater, I think they are appropriately hated.
But that's the thing, is people just hate them because of the way that they look. They're ugly. But as soon as you slip into a pair of Crocs, changes your mind, man.
Not everybody, because I have tried on a pair of Crocs and I went, I don't see what we're doing here.
They are ultimate elite comfort. They're non-slip as well. You can put them into 4x4 mode and you can do just about anything you want. In a society where people are wearing sweatpants everywhere, how are we still knocking Crocs is what I'm saying.
Sweatpants? Far more fashionable than Crocs. That's all I'm saying. Especially if you put gibbets on them. For my number one pick, I actually am surprised you didn't take this. One of the things that I think is the most hated on that I don't understand, not having kids. The concept of not having kids gets railed on. People lose their minds if you tell them you don't want to have kids. And all you should ever have to do is point to the sign that says we're at 8 billion people. And then you should get a handshake that's like, thank you for your service.
Don't hate me because of your lifestyle choices.
Exactly.
That is a great pick.
It's all parents who just want more people to commiserate with.
Coming in at number 2 of things that are overhated, I'm going to go with bagged milk.
Bagged milk. Everything on your list is stuff I hate.
You didn't grow up with bagged milk, so you're obviously going to hate it. But bagged milk is the Nickelback of dairy products, honestly. It's more efficient. It's cheaper to buy. You get more milk in bulk for your bang for your buck, you know?
It's just not an efficient delivery system for milk. The carton, the plastic jug, so much better.
Stop crapping on my picks just because you see you're the problem. You're the problem. You're a hater.
I see that.
You're a hater.
My number 2 pick, I don't know why people decided to hate this man. Seems just an absolutely pure of heart, good person who wants nothing more than you to have a good meal. Why we hate Guy Fieri?
Do people hate Guy Fieri?
People will hate Guy Fieri.
People hate Guy Fieri?
Absolutely. He's like Nickelback. The memes are endless. The man's the mayor of Flavortown. Leave him the hell alone.
What's to hate about Guy Fieri? He's got a cool haircut. He wears 6 shirts and he shows us the sweetest restaurants.
I think 1 and 2 were the things you named that are the things most people go after him for.
People hated Guy Fieri.
It's a sad world, but people try and bully him.
You know what? Finally, I'm actually going to take something that I thought you would have taken. Wrestling.
You know what? Finally, a pick on your board that I could appreciate.
Wrestling
brother.
is most definitely overhated, and I mean, I think you can test to this. Is the fact that a lot of people will be like, especially at your age of 42, they'll be like, "Why do you still like that? You know it's not real." Blah blah blah. All the classic things. It's like, why can't people just enjoy what they want to enjoy? Especially people who grew up watching wrestling
Absolutely.
love to make fun of people who still watch wrestling.
It's wild. We all used to be there. It's not my fault that at some point something traumatic happened in your life and you don't have whimsy anymore. I'm sorry that you're okay sitting down and watching a show about friggin' dragons, but you need to remind me that the show I like to watch on Monday nights isn't real.
Grown men can watch soap operas too.
Damn right they can. Wow, I just advocated really hard for your pick.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what? My last thing is actually another thing that speaks close to my heart. If you hate pineapple on pizza, it means, again, the same thing as wrestling. At some point in your youth, you decided you weren't allowed to have fun anymore.
Or I just grew up with real Italians.
Crazy that you decided that your palate was set for the rest of your life at 7 years old and you weren't interested in trying new things. Pineapple brings a sweet taste to an otherwise savory item. We always talk about how versatile pizza is, how you can really put anything on it.
I'll agree that it's overhated. Not my thing, though. You can't persuade me that it's my palate.
That's
though.
fine. You don't want it? That's fine. We'll split it in half and I'll take the good side. You don't have to eat it.
I agree with the overhated, but don't go and step and talk ish about my palate. You smoked cigarettes for 30 years, brother.
You still smoke them.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It was a very close voting process here. By one vote,
Yeah, man.
you got the W here this morning. In the draft of the most overhated things. Now, a few people asked me, why did I not take the Toronto Maple Leafs? Because right now, I don't think they're overhated.
They are very appropriately hated.
At least this season.
Especially by their own fan base.
We got friend of the show, Adam, on the phone. Adam, what's something we left off our list?
I don't think you'll win with it today, but the snow, I think, gets too much hate.
You know what? Yeah, as Canadians, I feel like we just like to complain about snow, but then also we love doing so much activities in the snow that it's like, it's kind of ironic.
Yeah, people go out and spend more than a new car on a snowmobile, but then complain every time it comes down.
Let's be careful how we use the word we, because some of us stay authentic to our snow hate, all right? Some of us stay indoors during the winter months and wait for it to go away.
Well, as a snow hater, I think everybody can agree on this. I think something that is overhated is school buses being canceled because of too much snow.
That's true.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, and everybody likes to lie like, I used to walk up and down hill both ways to school in 7 feet. Shut up. No, you didn't.
It's also great because we tell kids like, oh, the kids are weak because they don't get on the buses, but it's the grown-ups who are canceling them.
Exactly.
It's a vicious cycle.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
In the state of Florida, they recently were trying to pass a bill to make it illegal to marry your first cousin, and the entire Florida Senate disagreed on passing this motion.
This feels like, I know that there are checks and balances when it comes to government, and there's a right and wrong way to introduce bills and pass laws and things like that, but this feels like it should have been a thing where someone could have stood at the front of the room and been like, hey, we're all in agreement that marrying your friggin' first cousin's probably not cool, right? Yeah? Okay, put it on the books.
What'd they all do? Like, sit there and be like, do you have a hot first cousin? Because I have a hot first cousin.
Like, it's just so questionable. Like, what reasoning would you use to be like, yeah, no, people should be allowed to do what they want?
I mean, I'm a big proponent on love is love, but
yeah.
Also, maybe the weirdest thing I've ever Googled after reading about this story, I did Google, is it legal in all provinces and territories to marry your cousin? What do you think the answer is?
Well, I mean, after finding out this morning that there's all these states in America where it's legal, I have to assume at least somewhere in Canada is also behind the times.
Brother.
Yeah.
Every province and territory, it is legal to marry your first cousin.
All right, listen, we all need to just make a pact here today that we're not going to do this.
Canada and Mexico are the only places in North America where it is
wholesale legal.
Still, yeah. The United States is the only place that has actually put anything to implement not marrying your cousin.
The U.S. is leading the league in stopping cousins from getting married, and even they're not fully committed. What are we doing?
If we do become a 51st state, can we be one of those states that makes it illegal?
Have to be on board with that. We cannot be anything like Florida.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
A couple weeks ago, we were talking about the St. Louis Cardinals and how they're going to have an all-you-can-eat section at their stadium.
Right, where you buy the ticket and then you'll have your own concession you can just go to throughout the whole game.
A lot of teams have been releasing like their weird food menu items that they're going to have at their stadiums. Like the Houston Astros are apparently going to have brisket donuts.
That sounds amazing. I can't, like, is it a donut with brisket on it or in it?
So it's like a donut wrapped in lard. Brisket rather, wrapped in lard and then deep fried and then covered in like a maple sugar.
I mean, it'll probably kill you, but that sounds amazing.
It sounds deadly, right? The Chicago Cubs are offering chicken and churros, which is kind of just like a twist on chicken and waffles.
Sweet and savory, classic combination.
The Arizona Diamondbacks are doing a 128-ounce bucket of nachos.
That's nachos on their own don't weigh a lot. That's going to be a lot of chips.
A bucket of nachos, which, I mean, it sounds good, but at the same point, do you feel like it's going to be like 3/4 nachos, 1/4 toppings?
You're right. Like, the only good way to make nachos is like spread out on a sheet pan so that everything can get some toppings on it. If you go all that in a bucket, like, there's going to be a layer at the bottom that's just barren ground.
Oh, imagine how soggy the bottom of those chips are going to be.
Oh, you're right. Even if everything did have toppings, like the bucket is going to be dumping it out at the end of the game.
Imagine getting caught on the Jumbotron mucking that thing by yourself. And then finally, my favorite one that I saw is the New York Mets are offering up the 999 challenge for $60.
Why does that sound familiar?
The 999 challenge?
Yeah.
That's the 9 beers, 9 hot dogs, 9 innings thing that people were doing online.
Yeah.
So they're getting in on it. $60 for 9 beers and 9 hot dogs?
Damn. I mean, you couldn't go to a restaurant, much less a baseball game, and get 9 beers and 9 dogs for $60.
They do look like they're like smaller beers than like your normal beer at a game and like a little bit smaller hot dogs. But I mean, still, like, I don't know, if you add it up, I mean, what's a beer at the Sky Dome now? $16 or something?
Honestly, I wonder how they do it. Like, do you think you get like a punch card? Because, like, most places you go won't give you more than 2 beers at a time.
True.
Are you walking back to your seat holding 9 beers in your arms?
They have it in a full tray. So there's like slot for each hot dog with a beer thing, kind of like when you go to a brewery and they give you the
flights?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? This is kind of the sickest thing I've heard this year. That's amazing.
It is funny that that like a team is capitalizing on like degeneracy.
Well, yeah, that's just it. Like, this was the sort of thing that like bums did to go to games and just like, we're just gonna get loaded, bro. We're just gonna pound back beers, bro.
But then at the same point, it also kind of makes it like less cool. It's like when weed got legalized and then all of a sudden you found out like your dad's taking like CBD gummies.
Yeah. Your tax accountant's got pre-rolls in the back of the drawer of his desk. And it's like, oh, this kind of takes the fun away from it.
Everybody's doing the 999 challenge now.
Yeah, does it take away from like the edge of it?
Dude, if everybody's doing the 999 challenge, the 7th inning stretch goes from that to the 7th inning stench so fast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast. This is Brock and Dalby's $15,000 big bag of cash.
Will you keep what you got or take another shot?
All right, for Big Bag of Cash this morning, we've got Rob on the line. Rob, how you doing this morning, buddy?
I'm doing great, thank you.
You hoping to get paid here?
Absolutely.
What would you have done if he was like, no, I'm shooting for that empty vault?
Be a first, that's for sure. All right, you understand how the game works. The first vault is guaranteed. Everything there from here on out is up to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, we will get to vault number 1 here.
$455.
Wow.
$455. Rob, how's that sound?
Nice.
That's a big start. We've had contestants that would have been pulling the chute, even though that's vault number 1. Do you have a plan? Do you have a strategy? Is there a line that you're looking at?
I was looking. I'm gonna go again.
Okay.
Let's see what we got in bag number 2.
$999.
Whoa!
$999. Now, Rob, you can take the money and run, as Steve Miller once said. Or we could keep going, and there could potentially be more money here for you, Rob.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
okay.
only...
I'm gonna go one. We'll go again.
You're gonna go one more?
Going again. $9.99. Not enough.
Why
Open
not?
the next vault.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Come on. Well, that's the empty vault, brother.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, no problem.
So we take that $999 and unfortunately we give it back to the company credit card.
Sounds good. You guys have a great day.
I hope your day gets better, my friend.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Oh.
He's in a lot better spirits than I would be after losing $999.
I don't know why I just thought it was gonna be bigger.
So, it's not the first time that's been said. Is this the first case we've had of someone getting too greedy? We've talked about it. Vault 3 buzzer is crazy. I don't know why it's that early. But he had $999.
I mean, I guess I was kind of feeling for him. I was like, there's got to be something behind this
Maybe
one.
this is the big one.
Yeah. Because $999 just seemed like too weird.
Right.
It seemed that we'd be like $1,200 or something on the next.
It is an odd one, but he was a loony short of $1,000 and he decided to push it. Even though we've already had losers on Vault 2 and 3 while playing the big bag of cash. I don't want to be that guy, but I think this one might be Rob's fault. It's
you
tough,
can't,
though.
You can't say that. You can't kick a man when he's down like that right now.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Bummer news. Did you hear about Chuck Norris going to the hospital yesterday?
Yeah, he had some medical emergency or something.
Yeah, he's in Hawaii right now. He's been down there for a while. I don't even know if that's maybe where he lives, but TMZ reporting some sort of medical emergency took place in the last 24 hours. But good news, the toughest man in the entire planet, maybe universe, is said to be in good spirits.
One thing I do love is that Chuck Norris jokes are still alive. As soon as I saw that on Facebook yesterday, I immediately went to the comments, and the first comment was like, I heard Chuck Norris drove the ambulance to the hospital.
It's just so interesting that we took this guy who was in kind of like, I mean, Walker, Texas Ranger, whether you watched it or not, I feel like you could admit it was a bit on the cheesy side of things, but it was entertaining enough. And just at some point, the internet was like, that's our guy. We're going to make this guy the toughest guy that's ever existed.
Although I feel like the Chuck Norris jokes like don't hit with the generation now because they don't know what he is. And I also feel like the problem is there's no badass like actors anymore because it was like Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren was another big one.
Mr. T.
Yeah. Kurt Russell for a bit.
Dude, those Escape movies, Escape from New York, Escape from LA, Snake Plissken. Yeah, Kurt Russell was tough.
Because it's like there's people that act in movies that are sick action stars, but off screen don't really have that rep, you know?
They don't carry it. Yeah. I'm thinking like Jason Momoa, I feel like, is one of those guys. Like you see him on screen when he's doing like the big tough guy stuff, like with DC or some of his other characters.
Is he just like a hot guy?
That could be it, right? Like, is he a badass or is he just like, yeah, I've got muscles?
He also just like started off from Baywatch and then somehow slipped into like the Aquaman and Viking roles.
But I mean, to go back to the Chuck Norris thing, like Walker, Texas Ranger wasn't exactly badass TV.
But the thing is Chuck Norris could actually kick your ass.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. When I'm talking badass Hollywood, you think even like Dolph Lundgren or whatever, like two guys right there.
Right.
Or Steven Seagal. I know we all make fun of Steven Seagal now, but Steven Seagal back in the day.
I almost feel like Steven Seagal is more Jason Momoa than he is Chuck Norris.
Steven Seagal would whoop your ass for you saying that.
What, if I stood 3 feet away from the chair he was sitting in, I would be perfectly safe.
Listen, Steven Seagal, as large as he is now and as silly as he looks now, I think peak Steven Seagal could kick all of our asses.
I think there are modern badasses that could easily dispatch him.
I don't think there's any modern like actors. Like, can you think of anyone in the past 15 years? Maybe a Jason Statham, but then even like, is that just a role that he plays?
Well, I feel like Jason Statham could legitimately kick some ass. I feel like he could. I feel like Ryan Reynolds would go up there, but I also feel like he's that guy that wouldn't be so tough away from like the stunt people and the choreography. Vin Diesel? Vin Diesel's not new though, right?
Yeah, but I don't even know if he's badass if he was just kind of like a big guy.
Oh, yeah? Dare you to take a Corona out of his cooler without asking. Tell me he's badass.
I'd honestly say Shia LaBeouf is more badass in the sense of just like, look, he's getting arrested every other day now. He's getting into fights. Like,
it doesn't make him badass. It just makes him an idiot. He's also getting beat up by the citizens of Louisiana. Like,
little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Do you think there's still Hollywood badasses? What's an example you can think of?
I got to say Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy actually is a really good one because he goes in like Brazilian jiu-jitsu tournaments and stuff now.
Man can fight.
Yeah, and he really plays that part well, I think.
Everybody loves to make fun of his Bane voice, but at the same time, like, if that dude got mad at you in a bar, you're probably ending up on your ass.
He could legit mess you up, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think Tom Hardy's a good answer because it's the closest to like a Jean-Claude Van Damme, a Dolph Lundgren, Chuck Norris kind of type thing that we were talking about.
Yeah, like in the movies, he feels like a threat, and then you find out he can actually hurt you in real life, and you go, oh, okay, that dude's legit.
A few people texting in that Alan Ritchson guy that was in Blue Mountain State and now is in all those Reacher shows and whatnot.
Yeah, he's got a new Netflix show, too, I saw. That dude just looks like he's made of muscles.
But once again, is he just an actor or is he actually badass?
I don't know. I feel like when you do this stunt stuff that he does, because like I saw a big thing about how he does a lot of his own stunts.
Okay.
It kind of gives Jackie Chan vibes. Not to compare him to Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
That was a badass. But, at some point, if you're doing enough of this stuff, even coached in a controlled environment, you're going to pick up on it. And then if you get into a fight with him, he could probably crush you.
We've got Adam, the safety guy, on the phone. Adam, who's a real modern-day Hollywood badass in your opinion?
Keanu Reeves.
Look at the stuff that he did
for... Look at the stuff that he did for John Wick, though. Like, he's actually out on the range using those firearms like for hours and hours on end.
Yeah. And I mean, he comes across as like this nice guy. He does all this charity stuff. He's kind of maybe the silent but deadly type.
I'll say this. Like, I know that like between Matrix and John Wick, the man's probably done a bunch of martial arts training, but he also just seems too delicate to use it.
I don't know. Keanu Reeves played hockey growing up. Something tells me anyone that played hockey growing up has got a little bit of oomph in them, you know?
I played a year for the Team A&W in Grand Prairie, Alberta. You calling me tough?
Oh, that doesn't count.
Come on, anybody who played hockey.
Real hockey.
Wait, hang on, guys. Hang on. I just had a thought, though. We're talking about modern badasses. We're talking Keanu Reeves, who's like 50 years old. He's not modern.
Yeah, true.
Bill and Ted came out in what, the late 80s, early 90s?
It's not modern. We're all just getting old.
Hard to hear when you say it like that. I want to ask you one more. Someone just texted this in. Is John Cena a badass? I mean, you see him in the movies. He's got all the training. He can kind of fight. Is John Cena a badass or no?
We just finished talking about Keanu Reeves. Have you seen John Cena's hair?
Wait, hang on. In the last 6 months, man's got a full head of hair. I don't know what you're talking about.
That doesn't count. Going to Turkey doesn't change things.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You know, we used to listen to Raffi and stuff like that when we were kids.
Hell yeah.
There's a new kids duo called Mac and Cheese, which is actually one half of the duo is NHL superstar Ryan O'Reilly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have guessed in a million years.
He started a kids record, and it's actually put out on Canadian label Dine Alone Records.
Oh, sick. Those guys are great.
This is a song about teaching your kids to flush the toilet.
Sometimes we have to go number 2.
But it's super important that we say goodbye to Mr. Pooh.
Bye, 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 Mr. Pooh. Bye, bye, bye.
If you look it up on YouTube, there's a whole video of a little turd just going down the toilets and stuff. And, you know, it is a cute little song, but on the record, they've got various Canadian artists featured on there.
Really?
Including Dallas Green of City and Colour.
What?
Who is on this song. In the music video, he plays a little owl, once again informing kids on why they should be flushing the toilet.
Sure.
Listen to this. We are share this place.
Yes, we do.
And I don't want to be a poopy face.
Oh, no.
So flush it down and wash those hands.
Wash them up.
'Cause this little stinker has got some plans. Bye, 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 Mr. Pooh. Bye,
It's just so
bye,
funny.
bye.
That's the guy that used to start mosh pits back in the day.
So this is why the new Alexis on Fire album's taking a little longer. Eh? That's crazy. Although I will say, having been in office bathrooms, work bathrooms, public restrooms, maybe we could have that song playing in just every bathroom. Maybe get this playing in every en route throughout Ontario, reminding adults they need to flush too.
You know, you make the joke about the new Alexis on Fire album, but remember back in the fall, they said that they were putting out a cover album?
Yeah.
I want Alexis on Fire to cover this song. I want to hear George sing that song.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, we've got $100 in Lotto 649 tickets for Saturday's jackpot, and we are looking for scat men and scat woman here this morning. I still can't remember the guy's name who suggested it to us yesterday, but thank you so much for the great idea of doing scat man.
I'm a scat man.
And the criteria we've asked for is obviously you have to do the scatting part, but we also want the anchor to be the I'm a scat man has to be in there.
Mandatory.
And we've asked that nobody half-ass it. This is an easy, fun one to do. If you half-ass it, you are out.
If you're not scatting this morning, you can't be a judge. 762-555. Let us know the scat man or woman that you like the best. We'll start with AJ here. This is the first one we got in.
I'm a scat man.
That's what I imagine. You know when you like just jumble stuff on your keyboard?
Yeah.
If it could translate it back to you?
No, dude, that's if you go across the border into Quebec and the guy working the drive-thru asks you what you want, that's all I'm hearing. It's exactly the tone, too.
All right, that was AJ, Scatman number 1. Let's go to Scatman number 2 here.
Damn.
That was Neil, but that was also Sloth doing Scatman.
Accurate.
Okay, we'll go to Sherry here.
I'm a scat man.
Nope, wrong. Viral 90s pop song. That was Crazy Frog.
I said it earlier this week for something else. That's very Wild Thornberrys-esque, too.
Yeah.
Okay, here's Benjamin.
I'm a scat man.
Tasmanian Devil making an appearance there.
Fully Tasmanian Devil, yep.
All right, I gotta say, everybody, you are crushing it today.
These
you have
are
not
great.
disappointed so far. We'll do 2 more.
I'm the scat man.
That was Dennis.
That was very high pitched.
It had a little bit of an Italian accent to it too, did it not?
You're right. I don't know.
I'm the scat man.
Like I just picture he had his thumb and 2 fingers together, waving them back and forth as he was doing it.
All right, and finally we got Sam here.
I'm a scat man.
It just felt like he got lost. Just kept going.
Yeah. All right.
These were all excellent.
762-555. What do you think? I'm a big fan of the Italian scat man there, Dennis.
The Italian one's very funny.
And then I also kind of like I like the Tasmanian Devil one a little bit.
I'm a scat man.
I feel like his I'm a scat man was a letdown after how perfectly ridiculous the scatting was.
But also we had like the really drunk sounding scat man.
I'm a scat man.
Okay, I didn't hear it the first time. That is my favorite. That's who I would pick. He's doing the thing where you like twiddle your lips with your finger. Yeah, you can hear it in there as he's going through.
All right, so we're gonna go with sloth/drunk scat man or Italian scat man. What do you think? 762-555.
I personally believe that it was the drunk scat man. But the text line is loving the Italiano scat man, as some of them say.
Eastside Mario Scatman.
I'm the scat man.
I'm the scat man.
Hey, bada boom, bada bing. You get the ding and the round of applause and $100 in Lotto 649 tickets. That's a lot of unlimited Caesar salads and Italian wedding soups.
So many breadsticks.
All right, my man, if you win the big jackpot, don't forget about us Scatman over here. Hook us up with some nickels and dimes, all right?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Hard to believe, but it is officially the first day of spring.
If you're going to lie to me, don't look me in the eye while you do it.
I know it sure doesn't feel like it, but I mean, when the seasons change, we always like to say,
welcome back.
True. I mean, yeah, it is technically spring. And, you know, I think it's fitting to say welcome back to spring being fashionably
welcome
late.
Back.
Yeah, welcome back, drunk weather. Mother Nature just like one day she'll tease us and it'll be nice, and then the next day it's like snow.
It comes, it goes. You have to be prepared for everything.
Welcome back, allergies. I know that's going to strike a lot of people real quick.
Dude, yeah, it is nasty. Welcome back to all the Tim Hortons cups that are being unearthed as the snow does eventually disappear.
Back.
You know, it is funny because a lot of people say, oh, spring is the most beautiful time of the year when all the flowers start to come out and blah, blah, blah. You can see the grass again. It's like, yeah, you can see all the cigarette butts on the ground too.
Yeah. The spring can be beautiful with the flowers and stuff, but until the street sweepers get out there, it's gross.
I'd also like to say, speaking of the roads, welcome back to all the potholes that we forgot about in this city.
And all the new ones being born as we speak.
The winter kind of glazes over some of them and makes the roads, honestly, a little bit better. You get that kind of cushion in through some of the holes, and then you drive around, and then all of a sudden you get the tunk.
Yeah, that first snowfall that packs them before it gets slippery is actually the best time of year to go for a drive in the city.
Straight up.
Hey, welcome back. I said this earlier, to needing to keep 3 jackets, 2 pairs of boots, and at least a spare pair of socks in the car at all times.
Welcome back.
And then even thinking about like clothes, welcome back to realizing you're fatter than you thought.
That's never been a problem for me, brother.
You've been like wearing hoodies all winter long, and then all of a sudden you go to put on a t-shirt for the first time and you're like, oh yeah, you raise your arms and you see your gut pop up.
Oh no, I don't want this.
It's just about as bad as looking in the backyard and being like, oh yeah, welcome back to all the dog poo. You know?
Welcome back.
You know what? There's one that really strikes in my heart more than any other. And it's welcome back to the Toronto Maple Leafs, getting to stop wasting their time and wasting everybody's energy with the sport that they don't even care about, hockey, and getting back to the sport they really love, which is golf.
And just like the Toronto Maple Leafs, I realize I suck at golf too.
Welcome back.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby Podcast.